I wish John was here because Peter and I came to full agreement by the end of this episode.
I mean, you say you wish he was here, but we may have had a disagreement. I quite like the fact that we finally agreed on something. We're talking about hyper personalization, which is a trend that's happening on the internet and technology. This is Mike's story. I'm sorry, I'm taking over, but like and subscribe, then enjoy the episode. But like, subscribe first.
You can do it at the same time. You got like a little bit of a break right now. You just like click that.
Okay. We give you a couple of seconds.
And
there we go. Thank you so much.
Let's get into it.
Oh, Jesus.
The hyper personalization of everything. Peter.
Yeah.
I have thoughts about this story.
Yes, I know. You really like this story. The note in our spreadsheet that records all our suggested links for the week said really a bit long, but super interesting. So I voted it for you.
Oh,
Mike.
that's
so
why. Did you read it?
Yeah, of course I did.
Oh, even though it was kind of long.
What are you talking about? Yeah.
Oh, no, sorry. Yeah, I didn't mean to imply that you don't read the stories before the show and just come in cold.
As if, no.
Delivering analysis based nothing but the headline. That would be ridiculous.
Yeah, if that. I mean,
if that.
Yeah. Okay.
No, you're not supposed to admit to it. So basically, I guess I'll set up the story then, since we're here for me.
Yeah.
I mean, really, I consider us being here for me every week.
Well, we are, Mike. We're here for you every week.
Mike's solipsistic hour. So they start with a story. Do I have the article up? Right. So they start with a story about a TikTok trend about bean soup, and a woman did a video about bean soup. And a bunch of other people started commenting, well, what if I don't like beans? Then this video is not for you. And so the idea is that we have become so used to having hyper personalized content delivered to us that if we just happen to come across something that doesn't explicitly apply to us personally, we're like baffled. What do you mean? This bean soup video doesn't apply to me because obviously I don't like bean soup, as if the algorithm knows that. So why am I seeing this?
Yeah. Okay.
You have no response to that? That's cool.
No,
I was going to give you a chance to talk.
Okay, no, I'm enjoying listening to you talk about this, and I want to hear your thoughts because you said you had thoughts.
Well,
I've been reading about this in other venues, but yes.
So I'll continue with the setup then, and then get to my punchline here. But she says the whole meme is hilarious, but the underlying phenomenon is revealing. It's symbolic of an entire generation. We've come to expect every experience to be hyper personalized. I don't actually think it's a generation. I think it's basically as a society we're coming to expect that. And then she lists off I assume the author's a woman. I'm not sure why. Nope, it's not Rex. So he
you sexist pig.
I don't know why. Maybe because the video the article was based on was by a woman. At any rate, the frequency of the I word in American books doubled from 1965 to 2008. The share of households consisting of married couples with kids was cut in half from 1970 to 2012. Single person households rose from 13% to 28%. A century ago, 75% of Americans older than 65 lived with relatives. Today, only 18%. And I actually think maybe that's going to change because so many more adult kids are living at home and the housing market is getting tighter and tighter. So we'll see how that goes. At any rate, I think this shows two things that lead me to my conclusion here. We expect everything to be hyper personalized. We are living lives that are more individualized. Simultaneously, politically, we have these bubbles developing, and then people say like, oh, you have to get out of your own bubble. And the problem is like seeing the bubbles of other people doesn't really do anything to create shared experience. And shared experience is the foundation of any culture. A culture is a culture because of their shared experiences. Without shared experiences, there literally is no culture. And what this is laying out is that we are having fewer and fewer shared experiences and more exclusively individualized experiences that we're not sharing with anybody else. Therefore, the downfall of society.
Okay, all right. I suppose that was fairly predictable to think that that's what you would how you would react, how you would see
How
it.
else would you take
I
this?
I mean, so like I said, I've heard this bean soup thing being referenced in a few other places, and it's more in a kind of whingy. Not I won't say whingy because I kind of agree with it. There's like people who go to um, recipes or anything, and then ask ridiculous questions to which are obviously just because they don't care about the actual thing that they're looking at. They just I don't know expect there to be some way for it to be personalized towards their own preferences. And it's very kind of self-absorbed and selfish to even ask those kind of questions. Be like, how does your brain even go to that point? You're looking at a recipe for bean soup. You can't have a version of it without beans. Why are you asking?
Because
Sorry.
you're incapable of thinking that anything might not apply to you personally.
Yeah, but I don't know if that's like a sign that society's crumbling. So another take on this, right? The first thing that I thought about it was that I was thinking that in the past, these kind of like more personalized experiences, the more customized, like comfortable experiences, are have been exclusive to rich people.
Hmm.
So like people with money and power can afford to have the everything customized, tailored to their own preferences. And because technology is enabling us to be more personalized, the article gave like 3 examples of different technologies, some skincare regime and some other things, and which I thought were really weird examples. By the way, if anybody, we'll link the article in the description below. But like, yeah, it was whatever. It seemed like
There were
almost a
some good
brain move.
examples too. Healthcare, for
Yeah, yeah.
example, they provided some good examples. You want your healthcare to be hyper personalized, so that's great.
Yes, true. Yeah. Although when I saw those examples, I wasn't sure whether they were hyper. That word hyper is a bit like really, hyper would imply like including your own personal medical history and giving you, I don't know. And the examples that were given didn't seem to kind of,
Oh yeah,
I don't know. Hyper seems a bit hyperbolic. Anyway,
clever.
yeah, so those kind of experiences were offered to people who could afford to have individual attention paid to them. So they had a personal chef, they had someone who could summarize their news in the morning. They had, I'm thinking back to like Victorian times or whatever. People who have money and power. So
Yeah. Also,
we've always,
uh, plenty of studies show that wealthier people are less compassionate, less connected to the people around them. So
yeah.
yeah, that's not surprising at all.
Okay, so maybe that's what we should look at. It's like how have rich people evolved? Have they all turned into psychopathic monsters?
Pretty
And
much.
what shared experiences do the rich and powerful have other than
But
being celebrities? And what
they
happens when
don't share
everybody's
experiences with most people. That's part of the problem.
okay? Yeah, all right. Okay, maybe I'm coming around to your point of view here.
And I think that you see this with politics a lot. The problem, a problem with politicians is they're all rich and all their friends are rich. So if they look around, they
But
say, "Well, I don't know any poor people, so this must not be a problem."
okay, but the thing is, right? So what it is that we're getting what we want, and we've always wanted this. We've always wanted to have a customized experience, which is
That's
why
definitely
rich people
true.
and powerful people who can afford to have it have it.
Yes.
So humans haven't actually changed. We're just getting what we want. And
Right.
are you saying that? Well, in parts, don't know everything we want, but like some of it.
More and more of
um,
it.
yeah, that's so
So am I
maybe.
saying what?
Are you saying that we shouldn't get what we want?
Yes.
Oh wow, okay. Lord
Well,
Mike is like
do you think
that's
the
what.
correct way to raise a toddler is to just give them everything they want because they want it?
Well, okay, all right. When you put it like that, clearly no.
Well, then what's the
You say the humanity is essentially one giant toddler, and you
Yeah,
need to be needs
that
to
is
be
exactly what
actually
I'm saying.
that kind of work. That kind of work. If we treat the human race as just a 3-year-old,
Yeah.
and then treat it like that, like don't leave it near any sharp corners.
Yes,
Just
that is exactly our problem. That is exactly what I'm saying. Yes.
Okay, I think I can run with that. Yeah. That's good. I think that works in a lot of contexts. Actually, we just want food. We don't really have any kind of basic sense of like decency or anything. We just
Yeah.
we can run around.
Have
Yeah.
sex with
Okay. I don't think
robots.
about it. Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Well, we figured that one out. I'm glad. Well, you're welcome, science and philosophy. Well,
We're all
come back to us
doomed.
anytime.
Yay.
Yeah, subscribe for more philosophical insights.
Because it's what we want.
Yeah.